7 verse 28, at least the commentary says that Joseph's brothers proclaimed a cherem, a solemn ban, forbidding anyone from divulging to Jacob what had happened when they sold Joseph into slavery.
Oh, that's interesting. And cherem is the word?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And according to the Sefer Hasidim, the oath applied even to Joseph and prohibited him from attempting to return to Jacob, or even to notify him by word of mouth or letter his whereabouts without the consent of his brothers. This explains why Joseph did not contact Jacob through his 22 years in Egypt. He was bound by the oath. Do you buy that?
No, and especially because I think Rashi's got my back on this. Rashi, I think, says that Joseph was remiss for spending for 22 years. He didn't let his father know. He didn't honor his father and mother because he didn't. I think maybe I got Rashi wrong, but that he actually erred. This was Nevera. No, because who's going to? I mean, but why would anyone abide?
Why would he feel bound by this?
Yeah,
his brothers sold him into slavery. Yeah,
look, it's 11 against 1. We win. That's. I mean, it's like. Well,
I'm bound by their oath.
Okay. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous.
I can't tell my dad that I'm still alive.
I mean, that's ludicrous. That's so funny.
I don't buy it. I think he didn't tell his dad that he was still alive because, like, a lot of kids don't really care to tell their parents that they're still alive.
Right, yes.
Who really cares about the old man?
Right, yeah, right. He's off having fun, doing well in Egypt, and
he's doing well.
To think about.
He knows that he's just going to get asked for a loan or something.
But it's fun. Yeah, right. Or then he's going to expect him to call every week,
and he just doesn't want the aggro.
But it's funny. I mean, I guess that's what we do in a democracy, kind of, is we submit to the rules that are determined by a majority of the population, most of whom have nothing whatsoever. I mean, which are not in our interest, or we don't know those people from Adam. I mean, I guess we all kind of do it. If it's true that that's why he didn't do it, then maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just an early example of democracy in action.
So we've got the learned Chaim Amalek in the chat room, and he's asking where is the Torah talk, and it's right here, it's right now.
Yeah.
Is it in heaven? No, it is not in heaven. It is here on earth. Here. For you to...
Right in front of you. Chaim, one thing I've learned in my life is that if you look and you see no Torah talk, he said there's no audio. Okay, well, I'm not going to finish what I was going to say, but
I did my best. There should be audio. I guess you'll have to wait for the video.
You'll have to wait for the video. That's too bad. Sorry about that, Chaim. You'll hear my apology later. But yeah, I was going to say that if in your life you find that there is no Torah in front of you, you're just not looking hard enough. But in any case,
now there's a great story in chapter 38 of Judah and Tamar, and the ArtScroll commentary says that Tamar became the mother of Judah's children and the ancestress of the Davidic dynasty.
Yeah.
According to the Midrash, Tamar was a daughter of Noah's son Shem. As someone who was to play such a significant role in the destiny of Israel, it is inconceivable that she was of Canaanite descent. Do you think it's inconceivable that someone could be of Canaanite descent and play a significant role in the destiny of Israel?
Well, no, because as we've been reading this very nice book, so the last weeks, we've seen how many people are the product of, or possibly the product of adultery, or from other nations. I mean, wasn't David's actual mother Ruth the
Moabitess?
A Moabite. So what's the deal? Like, why is that a problem?
It's like this sounds like xenophobia to me.
It does sound like xenophobia,
if not outright racism.
Racism against Canaanites. It's inconceivable to me that that's God's spirit speaking there. I think
this is like origins of the way that Israeli soldiers treat Palestinians at checkpoints. It comes right back to the ArtScroll.
It's inconceivable that something good could come from such a foreign womb. I reject that as a heuristic for life.
Now, go ahead.
No.
The Torah states that and Onan died because of their wickedness, and the nature of their sin is given in verse 9. But Onan Onan knew that the seed would not be his, so it was that whenever he would consort with his brother's wife, he would let it go to waste on the ground so as not to provide offspring for his brother. What he did was evil in the eyes of Hashem, and Hashem caused him to die.
Yeah.
It's a pretty harsh penalty for the sin of Onan.
For pulling out. Yeah. You know, I've always been interested in Onan.
Onanism?
Onanism, I have. Actually, I told Peter, I had a email thing with Peter Singer, who's a philosopher who I enjoy, and I said to him that I talked about the idea of moral onanism. That, I mean, I do feel like it is not just, well, clearly, the text isn't about masturbation, it's about, you know, withholding your seed from this poor woman. But it's also, to me, it's about energy exhausted, wasted energy, wasted, you know, not allowing your efforts to come to fruition, to produce. So, like, if you get really moralistic about something silly because it makes you feel good, that's moral onanism. Mm-hmm. And here, like, I don't know. There's an you know, maybe his trying to deprive your brother of something because it's not yours, and his and so you don't want fertility for someone else. I mean, it's kind of, there's just a selfishness about what he's doing because he's not giving Tamar what she needs, which is his seed. I mean, there's also some straightforward stuff there. I mean, women really can get upset by that.
Not getting the seed.
Yeah. I mean, so there's a literal truth to it, and there's also a kind of a figurative truth there as well, I think. Look, if I didn't want something, oh no, this is just for Luke, so I'm going to make a point. Let's say I came in here, I'm going to enjoy myself, but I'm not going to make a point of giving my whole self to it, because then Luke's going to benefit, and why do I? Well, that's bullshit, right? I mean, that's onanism. Right. So.
Now, according to the Outscroll, Tamar was a beautiful woman, and and Onan did not want her beauty to be marred by pregnancy, so they wasted their seed.
Oh, wait. Sorry, reread?
Tamar was a beautiful woman, and and Onan did not want her beauty to be marred by pregnancy, so they wasted their seed.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
Sound like anyone we know?
What?
Sound like anyone we know? I'm not going to point any fingers here, just those who understand will understand.
I don't know who we're talking about.
Neither do I.
Okay. Well, I will say, I'll have to let that percolate, but I will say that that doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, women are beautiful when they're pregnant.
Depends what you like.
Yeah. No, but every man, I always said, like, each man's fantasy is to have, like, a harem of women who are perpetually pregnant but never give birth. Like, and maybe that's just me.
Maybe.
Because that's the height of femininity. I mean, that's when they are at their feminine, especially if it's their first pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Like, they are at the height of their feminine, powers. Mm-hmm. But that's interesting. I'd not heard that before.
The history of man is the story of the eternal struggle of good and evil. Times when there is an enormous potential for a breakthrough of good. The forces of evil fight back furiously, just as an army with its back to the barricades will counterattack tenaciously. Tamar was a great and righteous woman who was divinely ordained to become the ancestress of the Davidic dynasty. She wanted passionately to fulfill that mission. Now, at the moment when the seed of David and Messiah would come into being through the marriage of Tamar with the son of Judah, there was uncommon resistance by the Satan, representing evil, so that and Onan were enticed to commit sins that went beyond the normal standards of human lust. Judah's two oldest sons were unworthy, and Judah rebuffed her as well. The normal course of events, therefore, she would not have been able to marry anyone from Judah's family, which would have made it impossible for her to carry out her spiritual destiny. Consequently, to bring about the union between herself and Judah, Tamar decided that she had to seek unconventional, even distasteful means by posing as a harlot and enticing Judah.